Hi everyone and welcome to my latest video. In this video I'm going to craft the backpack of Tina, which is a character from Borderlands 3, which is yet to come out in this September of 2019. Because I want the backpack to be lightweighted, I used EVA foam in the sizes of 3mm and 5mm. I could have used 10mm as well, but I kind of forgot. So let's just stick with the 5 and the 3 and just see how it goes in this video. Sometimes I will add some commentary or add some text to the video to show you how things are done, or just to give you some information about how I do things or what I've learned during this process. So stay tuned, have fun and enjoy this video, and for any questions feel free to add a comment down below. To glue everything together, I use a contact cement called Wakol. Yeah, and contact cement, it actually gives away the clue. Contact cement needs to make contact with itself in order to stick together. Therefore, if you want to use this product, you need to put glue on both sides of which you want to put together. Let it dry a little bit and then press it onwards to each other. Just squeeze it together, or if you're talking about bigger parts, throw in a little bit of your body weight to make sure it contacts to each other, because that's the part of contact cement. It needs to be pressed in well together in order to stick. But once it's dried up, you have a very sturdy kind of glue that works just the way you want it and can have quite some stress before it snaps or breaks, which makes it a lot better than hot glue or normal super glue, because those kind of things can rip easily with kind of temperatures, or just because it's a very aggressive chemical kind of structure. When using Wakol, you don't have to use a lot like some people advise you to. Just use a royal layer, smear it out by using just a little scrap of your EVA foam, and it dries faster than when you use a lot of glue, which takes longer to dry, and most of the times, because there are big drops in it, the inside of the drop isn't dry at all, which makes it harder to attach to the other part. So recycle those EVA scraps and use them to spread around your Wakol glue. To make the parts a little bit more fluently, I use my mini Dremel. This is actually used for grating stuff, but for small kind of sanding works, this is perfect as well. And very lightweighted, which makes it very handy for me. Make sure you use a mask at all times, or something to make sure you don't breathe in the dust, because it isn't really healthy for you. Did you actually bit off a little more than you can chew? As in, did your Dremel took out a big chunk of EVA foam, which wasn't your intention? Don't worry too much. There's a product called foam clay, which is like a very kneadable kind of foam, which you can use to fill up the gaps. Just knet it, put it on place, let it dry, and you can sand it all over again. So there's no need to worry. After dremeling down everything, I use my heat gun to seal the EVA foam. Because EVA foam has a density, which means there are air bubbles trapped in it, it can actually absorb anything that comes in touch with it, like liquids. By heat sealing, you remove the air out of the EVA foam, giving it a smooth surface and making it easier to actually paint, prime and seal it afterwards. So don't forget to heat seal before you add a primer, so your acrylics are not getting absorbed by your EVA foam. And now it's time to add some details. For the details I used 3mm EVA foam, sponsored by the Fantastische Huiskamer in Gooien, the Netherlands. Because it's like this very crazy pinkish color, I don't mind. You can actually see it pretty well and just paint over it and no one will see the basic color of it. Because it's 3mm countered against 5mm, you will see extra depth, and which means it accentuates the layers pretty nicely. Just like the Wakol, once again, add it on both surfaces, let it dry and then apply it towards each other and add some power to it to make sure it sticks towards each other, and you'll be doing just as fine as you were with the 5mm. After cutting out the buttons which were supposed to go on the top flap, I noticed that the gaps on the left and the right side of the top flap weren't equal to each other, which I didn't notice earlier on. Because I'm this person that normally doesn't really glue the edges that well together, I was able to cut off sides a little bit further to make sure it's more symmetrical right now. I'm not coming out of my words, but it's okay. I'm just leaving this here as a blooper. What I'm just trying to say, no matter if you made a mistake, don't stress yourself out. Just look at the different kind of options you have, or look on the internet what you can do to adjust some things. Well, in my case, because I'm this sloppy person, I was able to cut off the edges. If it's not possible, there's always another thing you can do in order to adjust it. So don't stress out when you find out you made a mistake. And this pretty much sums up the video for now. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I learned you anything. Feel free to leave a thumbs up if you liked this video. And if you have any questions left, feel free to contact me by adding a comment down below. Have a nice day and see you guys next time.